Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So, I'm back again and I'm going to continue on the same nosy path that I've been on lately and keep this thing rolling. So, today's reading, which all of them have been timeless lately, and this one is too, is going to be their next move towards you. I feel like that's one that's a good question. That's one people like to ask, so I'm going to do it. I'm also making sure everybody knows that I am open and available for personal readings. I actually have time now. So if you want to book that, that is in the description box below. So we're going to do this the way we always do it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 from left to right. You are allowed to select multiple piles. Do whatever you feel called to do. And as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So I'm going to give you a second to select your pile. If you need more time, pause the video. Okay, pile 1. So their next move towards you, this is some very heavy, anxious energy. Like I had to stop and go do some other things and then circle back a few hours later. Like I couldn't even get the energy to shuffle. So this energy is out. I feel like you're rushing. And it's not really beneficial when you're in that energy. So yeah, like it's a heavy energy of possibly starting over, lots of interruption. I'm feeling some agitation, some annoyance, very much shifting, very busy energy. But I do feel this person that you're asking what their next move towards you is, they are ready to risk it all, whatever that may be. They feel like they're on the move. So I'm feeling you might have given this person a sign, or they discovered or stumbled upon some type of info that gave them the green light, so to say, to move towards you with some certainty or some clarity that they didn't previously have. And if that's not present energy, that's what will happen the next time they attempt to come towards you. Whatever energy you give them will be what gives them that push. Again, like I said, it's very difficult to stabilize this pile's energy. This person you're asking about is all over the place. They're in pursuit without being sure how to actually do so. It's very confusing. The only thing they're really sure of is that they want you, but there really isn't a clear path to that. Okay, so let's start at the top left. So you've got blue moon and waning moon, and this person has or is stepping into a time where they have a rare opportunity that has been or will be presented to them. Now, whether that rare opportunity is the chance to be with you or something else that opens up the chance for them to be with you, whatever it is, it's related to or an influence on this connection you two have in some way. Okay, those two cards are believe in the impossible and what do you need to release. So whatever this opportunity is, it appears to be some type of baggage this person is finally getting rid of or settling in some way. So this could be a future energy, but I'm going to read it as a present energy for the sake of clarity. And it's very difficult to stabilize this pile. So I'm going to be honest, 100% honest, and say I'm not really sure yet. We'll look and see, but I'm not really sure what this person's next move towards you will be, because they're still sorting it out themselves. You have ride the wave, slow and steady, and into the unknown. This person seems to be just rolling with whatever's happening. Okay. At the bottom, the very last row, you've got the Three of Swords. Again, that's something being cut off. And then that's followed by the Two of Pentacles, which is someone juggling and maneuvering through multiple situations, right? Or being able to handle or juggle all that comes with activating that Three of Swords energy, because that Three of Swords energy it's like creating, it's typically heartbreak, disappointments, separations, endings, things of that nature. So that Two of Pentacles to the right of that card is like being willing to do that, being with you. It seems to require some type of trade-off that this person has, or is deciding that you're worth it to endure. With this opportunity, it's like, I'm feeling like whatever this opportunity is, it may make the transition smoother, because the next things you have, the next two cards you have at that last row, the way it closes is that King of Cups moving towards that star energy of hope and wishes coming true. So beginning of the spread, you've got believe in the impossible. End of the spread, you've got wishes coming true, the star, right? So blue moon and the star. So something's shifting into play that's gonna make whatever that baggage, whatever the situation that this person or you is working through before the next move can occur, right? Like it's gonna work out. I hope that's not confusing, because again, this is a chaotic pile energetically. A lot of the messages I got from cutting through the energy, not necessarily reading the cards, even though I am. I do see on the cards that the numbers 2 and 3 are very important, because you've got that High Priestess card, which is the number 2 card, next to the Empress, and right underneath them you have 3 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. So whatever those numbers mean in relation to this connection or in relation to some other situation, because those numbers may not be related to the connection per se, they may be related to the situation that is blocking or influencing the connection. Right. So as wild and chaotic and aggressive as this person's energy is, like they're active in pursuit, like they've decided, like, okay, I want to make my next move with this person, while they're really anxious in that way, slow and steady, right? They're going to take their time. I feel it's to stabilize, right? Because of how wild the energy here is. It's to, like, this person seems to be trying to avoid hardships and potential drama of whatever nature, because you've got the 10 of Cups, which is like, with it being next to that 5 of Pentacles, it just feels like an overwhelming in emotions and hard times. And again, you've got that 3 of Swords as well, as I described. It feels like things can go completely wrong if they move too quickly towards you. And they know this for whatever reason, because you have, again, into the unknown and the High Priestess, which is some secrecy, moving discreetly, very private energy. I will say the whole energy of this pile is that you're asking about this situation too soon or too quickly. I feel like everyone in this pile is asking about the situation too soon or too quickly for some reason. And I feel like something happened, or you witnessed or realized something that has you all eager about this person or situation. Like, all that's you, pile one. Like, something happened with you. Ooh, specific subset of you. Some of you are asking about a divine counterpart that you don't know yet. Like, you're on that twin flame journey. You don't know who your divine feminine, divine masculine is, and you kind of click this whole their next move towards you video from a perspective of, when will I meet my divine counterpart? And it's going to take some time. The pile says that it's going to happen, but there's some other things that need to be worked through on both ends first. The rest of you, the majority, whatever happened in the last week or so, just ride the wave, okay? Just ride the wave, let the situation play out how it needs to play out. There's some unresolved issues to take care of before this person's next move towards you. To put some perspective, like if this were a personal reading, right? I would tell you this specific question you're asking me, what this person's going to do next, what their next move towards you is. I would tell you to check back in a few months. Then I would shift the topic over to what that situation that needs to clear up is and how you can influence it, right? If you can, or how you can push it along. But whatever happened in the last week, because I feel like something recently happened that made you search for their next move towards you, and it's simply too soon to say, because whatever happened within the last week, it's new energy for this person as well, and they're sorting it out. Okay, so that's all I have for you, pile number one. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, pile two, their next move towards you. So this is a very similar situation to pile one, I'm not gonna lie, but the personality of your person feels a bit different. So not saying this isn't your pile if you wanted one and two, but just give me a second. I'll figure out how, if you chose pile one, it ties in to pile two. But the majority of you, this is a totally new set of people. Like, you're not pile one, you're simply pile two. And the energy is much more calm, which I appreciate, because pile one was a lot energetically for me. Not in a bad way, but just it was lots of anxiety and such. So this person that you're asking about, pile two, the one you're asking whose next move, what their next move towards you will be, right? This is a very calm, strategic person. I even had to pull cards from an additional deck that I did not do for pile one, because this person is not the type to reveal their cards, their thoughts, unless they're vibing off of yours. So the key theme of this pile is awareness, because those three bottom cards are oracles, but they are clarifiers, which is interesting that the first card that came out to clarify the first two rows was awareness. The very first card that came out for this pile was Wizard of Awareness. So again, very key theme here. So like I said, you've got Wizard of Awareness, the awareness card slant left. You've got Get Clear. Like, lots of indicators of opening up, right? So you can expect this person to open up more. They're going to really begin to feel you out. Okay, they're going to push the boundary of the connection. They'll try to get a feel for your awareness, like how you're seeing the connection. And they're also going to be making it very clear to you that they have an awareness of it as well. Like that they're having like thoughts and such beyond what you expected. It feels like a majority of you, this is a new energy, a new person, or if this is a longer lasting connection, like could be a past romantic connection, current romantic connection that you're taking it to the next level, or could be a friendship that's evolving to a deeper level of intimacy. It could be any of those things. But let's look at that last row of awareness, get clear, and breathe. This person, they want to gain the knowledge, the understanding, a very clear picture of where they stand with you so that they can proceed whatever their next move will be, which obviously very generally their next move is going to be to feel you out more, but that's going to be with a purpose to make an actual move. And I feel like that move is to deepen the connection. So feel you out so that they can make that move once they feel you approve of deepening the connection, making that effort. I'm seeing with that breathe card, like they're gonna specifically share their feelings verbally with you. And then at the top, that Wizard of Awareness combination with the compass, it indicates that this person sees a very clear path or direction towards you. And if not, they're working that out. Like they're working out whatever needs to happen to have a clear direction towards you. So that's especially with that new moon in Pisces card, because it says meditate and contemplate. They're really thinking a lot about the connection and how to proceed with it. They still have some things to get clear, but again, like I said, it's familiar to pile 1, but unlike that dominant energy of the first pile, this person is sure. This person is steady. Pile 1 was excited but unsure of how to proceed, so they were kind of taking it slow. This pile is a very patient energy that's also very certain of how quickly to proceed. Like, not even how quickly to proceed, but how to quickly proceed. Not saying you can't pick both piles, because if you did, I could see pile 2 kind of being where pile 1 ends up being once that person from that pile kind of simmers down and stabilizes, though a lot of you here only chose pile 2. And again, I said that because I see very similar situations with that fixed moon and full moon in Capricorn, both in reversed. They say hold your vision and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So that's a blockage, which makes sense because most people that click on the videos of wanting to know a person's next move, you're doing that because there's something in the way. At least you perceive something to be in the way. So those 2 cards in reverse is this person kind of refusing to be stuck in that Capricorn Saturn ruled energy, because Capricorn rules bonds, karma, commitment, obligation, hard work, responsibility, right? Being stuck with something. Very hard, concrete energy of Capricorn. So this person is meditating on that and is stepping into an awareness of how to maneuver through that situation, whatever it is. And if you look at the tarot cards in the middle, starting off with that Knight of Cups, again, the Knight of Cups is very active, fiery energy in the pursuit of those watery cup energies, you know, things relating to love, emotions, creativity. Look at all the cups this person has in the pile, okay? They care for you very deeply. And then with that Pisces influence, they definitely think about, fantasize a lot, and dream about you often, okay? And then you have that king, which is the Father of Cups in that deck, and the Queen of Cups in the other deck. So like I said, not necessarily gendering the situation. It's just this person kind of sees you as their perfect match, very compatible with them. But I'm also getting a vibe because while you have the two divine counterparts, I'm going to call them, from the Cups suite, you know, the King and the Queen, they're both from different decks. So there's some key differences between you and this person. But they like that. And I feel like that brings character to the relationship. I think that's part of what's piquing you and this other person's interest. You're very different, but the same at the same time, because again, the similarities of the Queen and the King of Cups, but just being from two different decks, just there's something that makes you vastly different, whether it's upbringing, culture, race, it could be, it's just something different, something very different. Like maybe you're creative, and whereas this person is more of an analytical mindset. It just, something makes you almost opposite, but the same at the same time. I hope I'm explaining that in a way that does not sound confusing, but that's what those cards are giving me. But regardless of the differences, this person sees you as their perfect match. Now, and I actually feel like I have some good light today, so you can see what I mean by this person coming in quickly, hot. They're racing towards that World card. Because look at all of those cups in that middle, not all of those cups, all those cards in that middle row racing towards that World card. That's this person running to close whatever their current cycle is, and or running to start a new cycle with you, right? Like a completion, trying to find right, that compass, the direction towards the world, the completion of that situation, union, whatever you want to refer it to as. You know, because you've got that Chariot card racing, you've got the Magician card racing, the Father of Cups racing. All three of those cards are facing that World card, okay? So again, this person is coming in hot. They're coming in quickly, so don't be caught off guard with how, if this is a new person, how forward they are, because again, that awareness, they're testing, trying to get a feel for you, so they may be a little bit more forward than you're used to. If this is a ongoing connection that you're trying to deepen with someone, expect them to try to see where you stand, where you two are going. Like they may directly ask you, like, where do you see this going between us? That's the type of energy. And I do feel like with this person's energy, you might be a bit caught off guard, just because that's not this person's usual nature. It does feel a bit out of character, but just kind of roll with it, and just be ready for them to feel you out in that way. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, Pile 2. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, Pile 3, their next move towards you. So the very first card that came out for you, it was commitment. That's crazy, right? And it really speaks for itself, because it fell out face up, and I was like, oh, okay, this is how Pile 3 is starting it off. And I started to shuffle, and when I did that, I accidentally knocked over that there's an extra deck that I used in Pile 2, and I wasn't going to use it for this pile, but it kind of slid and some cards kind of moved in an unnatural way. So I took those two cards, and after, you know, getting commitment, you got forward movement and progress. So this is a very good reading, you know, if you're hoping to see some energy from this person soon, because let me tell you how active this person has been. I was having some issues in Pile 1, and I'm realizing that it was this person. So you may have wanted to select that pile, because The crystal that we have here is the original crystal that I had for pile 1, but it wasn't working. The energy was wild and chaotic, and it still ended up being very anxious once I was able to tap into pile 1, but I had to stop for a couple of hours and just, like, I was going to do this reading earlier, but I just had to go do some other things because I just had to distance myself from it. But when I came back, I was like, this cannot be the crystal for pile 1. We're starting over. So I put it back in the bag, shook it up, and then the crystal that pile 1 has came out. But for this crystal to come back up at 3, I'm like, this person is so eager to move towards you that they literally wouldn't wait. Like, they were trying to force themselves in pile 1, I feel. That's how I'm taking that. Like, they're meant to be pile 3, but they tried to jump to pile 1, and they may have some energy still lingering in that pile because this is a general reading. Everyone has different experiences. So like I said, you may be called to that one too. But that was just interesting that that crystal ended up for this pile once I completely started over. Because there's lots of crystals in that bag, by the way. Like, it's not like a couple of crystals. It's like maybe 20. So for that one to come up, you had 3 options, right? So, like I said, the first 3 messages you got with the cards were commitment, forward movement, and progress. And I just want to say that because it's not a part of the reading, but that bottom row, the Revelations Tarot, I actually felt called to look at the bottom of the deck, and you have the Hierophant. So, I mean, commitment is a huge theme because that card represents commitment as well. Yes. So the situation does feel a bit new for a lot of you. So just be patient as it develops because you have that first quarter moon card. Yeah, it's new, especially with that Queen of Swords and the full shifted left with that incoming interest in energy. It's new to some degree. With that first quarter moon saying your commitment, there's that word again, is being tested. And then it's next to the disseminating moon. The situation may appear to have started to fizzle out a little bit, but I mean, it's just, you know, it says take time to breathe out. Just calm down. This person does seem to be taking time out, though, just to make sure they're sure that they want to commit to you. They just want to make, like, they're testing you, like your commitment is being tested, pile 3. So like this person wants to be sure that this is what you want. Okay, they are all in. They have intense emotions and they want to be sure you're in this for the long haul. Okay, again, in their mind, this is just the beginning. We're only in the first quarter. Like, this is just the first quarter of what they see as a long-term commitment with you. Yeah, definitely. They see this as just the beginning. I don't know how long you've been interacting with this person or if you have a history, but whatever stage you're at the time of getting this reading, or at the time they'll be making this next move towards you, they're going to be trying to give you the space to make sure that this is what you want with them. Okay, especially with that Mother of Swords and the full energy slanted left. I feel like some of you might be newly single or have some sense of a newfound freedom in some way, and this person is wondering if you're ready to commit to anyone. I'm definitely seeing some third-party teas here, various ways, but the strongest one here is with that commitment being tested, and the 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles straddling that 9 of Swords. Yeah, and then those 2, not 9 of Swords. Did I say 9 of Swords? Ooh, somebody is stressed out. So maybe some of you may be in a relationship with someone else. They may be in a relationship with someone else, because that is not the 9 of Swords, but someone's stressed out. So I'm feeling like there's a third party stepping into this pile that is not you or the other person. It's either someone you're dealing with or someone they're dealing with. Yeah, y'all probably should work that out. So those two Nine of Cups is personal pleasure, personal fulfillment. So if you are the person that this newfound freedom, right? It feels like this person sees with you. That's a dominant energy of this pile. You might be dating around or have lots of options. Okay. So maybe that Nine of Swords energy I just picked up on is that other person, the person you're asking about. Maybe that's why they're distant with that, you know, those two Moonology cards seem like it's kind of simmering down, like they're backing away a little bit. You may be stressing them out if you are dating multiple people, or if you aren't dating multiple people, they seem to believe that you are, or that you at least have lots of options. So I'm just gonna say, I'm not judging you, live your life, but if you are serious about this person, you definitely don't want to play games, because this pile is just the way the energy of the situation is. If you know that you want this person, that word test is standing out to me, like they're testing you, you're testing them. And that's disseminating moon card is like maybe a sign that you should slow down if you're dating other people, if you're serious about this person. So back at the top, you've got commitment, sacred pool, and home. This person's approach, even though they're coming in hot, is not gonna feel hot, if that makes sense. This is a very stable energy. They're not going to feel hot. They're not going to catch you off guard. It's going to be a very subtle approach. This person's going to go deeper with you on a personal, more intimate level. They're going to slowly become more familiar to and with you. They're going to create a sense of comfort, home, right? Those two Nine of Cups, like they plan to spoil you to some degree, make you feel personally fulfilled by being with them, like make you comfortable. Like sometimes the shadow aspect of the Nine of Cups can be that it is like gluttonous, greedy, selfish, overindulging, right? So this person might like to feed you, just take care of you, whatever you want, they give you, just really taking care of you in that way with those two cards, you know, that same card coming out of two separate decks. But then with that Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, like I said, it did feel third party, strong third party vibes for a lot of you, but they also show that this person is wanting to establish a bond, a foundation of friendship, right? Of enjoyment, enjoying each other's company, having fun together, and then showing how well you two work together, whether it's you collaborating on an activity or a project or a hobby of some sort. They're gonna really nurture the feelings and love initiated in that Ace of Cups card over time with that Page of Pentacles, right? That's long-term planning by, again, Nine of Cups, making you feel very comfortable with them. Okay, like I said, you had that Hierophant at the bottom of the deck for that bottom row, and you know that is this person committed. They are committed, and it's very clear, especially with those last three tarot cards closing out the reading. You have Temperance, the Lovers, and Justice. These are the three cards. Like, these three cards are very similar, but like even just having one of those three cards would have been, oh, they're serious about you. The fact that you have all three of those cards and the Hierophant at the bottom deck, like, I mean, that's union. It's union with this person. It's you being in a long-term commitment with this person. That's their next move. That's their next attempted move. It's just, I mean, those cards represent balance, blending, integration, unity, and that's a wild combination, like all three of those together. It just, like, there's only 22 major arcana in any deck. So you have like 6, 7 if you want to count the bottom deck, and you've got 4 if you count the bottom deck. So that's crazy. and not only 4 but 3 that kind of tie in together for the message we're looking for. So it just shows how serious this person is about you. And again, like I said, they're in it for the long haul. They're coming in rapidly, quickly, very impatiently, like I said, but it doesn't seem that way in the physical world, what you would consider the real world. In spirit, they're eager, they're ready to go, and they are, but physically it's going to feel more mature, more not slow moving, because they're going to move as quickly as they feel you're ready to. But right now it just seems like they're focused on establishing an actual relationship, like a friendship, exploring the feelings you have together, getting to know you. So like, even if you're like in this free energy of dating other people, while you do that, they're just going to take the time that you're using to see what you want, to get to know you and let you know, get to know them, not necessarily with no strings attached, but like without the pressure of you only dating them and immediately starting a serious relationship with them. They're going to let you get to know them at your own pace. That way you feel comfortable. I hope I'm wording that right. But yes, that is this person's next move to you. That's how they're going to approach you. That is all I have for you today, Pile 3. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.